A dynamic playmaker was the biggest ad on draft night. With the number 4 pick, Seattle drafts Russell Westbrook in 2008, who plays for OKC for 10 years, is traded to the Rockets and the Wizards, and now the Lakers. Nice. That is the draft night edition that will matter most next season. Oh, but as far as 2021 rookies go, Cade Cunningham will be Rookie of the Year. On an awful team, that doesn't mean Detroit messed up. I mean, they get an A+. But what about the Warriors with Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody? What about the Raptors with Scotty Barnes instead of Jalen Suggs? We don't know for sure how bad some teams messed up on draft night yet, but they need to prove us wrong because there were some big surprises. And I am drafting you as our next AM Hoops subscriber because I noticed that like 2/3 of you do not subscribe to this channel. So I'm pretty sure you need to subscribe. But let's start with the most impressive drafts. And the Detroit Pistons get an A+. Like I got an A+ in college because I went to film school, which is basically art school, which is basically show up and participate. Not exactly brain surgery, okay? You can't F this up. Cade was the obvious pick because they didn't get a Godfather offer for number 1. He is a 6'8" awesome passer, a really good defender, and Kendrick Perkins said he is the best perimeter prospect since LeBron. So congrats for not messing that up, like Perk messed up Moses Moody's name.
When you look at Moses Moody, what he did in college.
Speaking of Moody, the Warriors get an A+ for Kuminga and Moody. The reason I love this is they went talent over win now. These rookies are ready to be traded. If they wanted rookies who could contribute with Steph, they would have gotten 4-year players like Corey Kispert or Chris Duarte, but Kuminga fell and he is the future for the Wizards. The Orlando Magic get an A for Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner. I don't care that they already have guards. Okay, remember when Portland took Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan because, oh, we already have a 2-guard named Clyde Drexler. Look, I'm not saying Suggs is MJ, but you go talent, not fit at the top of the draft. If Suggs is as good in the NBA as we think he'll be, then Cole Anthony and RJ Hampton don't matter. Franz Wagner is a high IQ defense first 6'9" wing, which is rare. The Rockets get an A-. Look, I thought Cade and Evan Mobley had the best chances to be a superstar. Houston took Jalen Green. A mistake. I don't care that Christian Wood is already on this team. The Cavs have Jared Allen, but they drafted for talent with Mobley. But what saves them here is Alperen Sengun at 16 with the OKC trade. This kid won MVP at 18 years old in Europe. I think he's a long shot to get Rookie of the Year. The Rockets got a home run. The Cavaliers get an A+ for Evan Mobley. Exactly like the Pistons got an A+. You can't mess this up. Mobley fell to them at 3 like LaMelo fell to the Hornets at 3 last year. The issue is developing that shot, okay? Look, he's got the tools to shoot as a 7-footer, but next to Jared Allen, Mobley's gonna have to hang outside the paint a ton his rookie season. The Pacers get an A- for Chris Duarte at 13. I love this pick because this late in the lottery, you're not going to find the next franchise cornerstone, probably. So Indy goes with a 24-year-old rookie who's maybe the best shooter in the draft. Trying to get a future star at 13 is dumb. So instead, they get a good role player, and that is acing your pick. The Pelicans get an A for trading down, but still getting a shooter in Trey Murphy. Sure, they could have had Corey Kispert, but Murph can shoot and defend. There was higher upside on the board, yes, but this kid will contribute next to Zion now, and they need to make the playoffs. The next category is You Better Be Right, also known as failed. The Toronto Raptors get a C- for Scotty Barnes over Jalen Suggs. Look, I know that Barnes is good at defense, but so is Suggs. Masai Ujiri is betting on a great defender over a potential franchise player, and he better be right. Next, the Kings get a D for taking Davion Mitchell, who I love. He is the best defender in college basketball, and the Kings need defense, but he's a point guard, and you already have 2 lottery picks in the backcourt. Look, unless Sacramento is gonna trade De'Aaron Fox, which would be huge, they botched this pick. The Spurs get a C for Joshua Primo, but just because I don't love Primo now doesn't mean he's a total miss. All right, the Spurs have hit on their picks, and Primo could end up being good for a long time, and they see something we don't see, but they better be right. Next up, the Grizzlies get a D for trading up to get Zaire Williams at 10. He would have been there at 17. Some reports say, well, they wanted Giddey going that high, but they got screwed. Either way, they just picked a project who could actually be a bust if he doesn't develop. The Wizards get a C for Corey Kispert at 15. And you know I love me some Corey Kispert. But they took a dude ready to play now. All right, Russ was ready to play now. Davis Bertans, who they might trade, is ready to play now. There were some higher upside players left. And if they end up trading Bradley Beal, then they messed up this pick. Next category, I kinda like it. The Hornets get a B for James Bouknight and Kai Jones. They needed a center. They passed up Sengun, who I really liked. But still, hey, they got Bouknight, who can create his own shot, and Kai Jones will develop behind Mason Plumlee with plus defense. The Knicks get a B- for trading number 19 and moving back to 25 for Quentin Grimes and getting 3 second-round prospects. I kinda like it. I know it's not fun to trade down and out of the draft, but the Knicks are trying to get past the first round of the playoffs, okay? They got a guard in Grimes, which they needed, but their real work now starts with almost $50 million in cap space. The Thunder, a C+ for Josh Giddey. They also traded a pick to Houston, but the 18-year-old Aussie was picked over Jonathan Kuminga, who is at 7. Giddey's not a good shooter or defender, but look, if their plan works out, then he's got things you can't teach, like having a high basketball IQ and being a 6'8" playmaking guard. Next, the Hawks get a B- for Jalen Johnson. This kid left high school and college early on his own, and he fell to 20th because people are worried about his character. Did Atlanta just get a rookie, though, who wants to prove all those people wrong? If they did, then it's a home run with a playmaker next to Trey, but if not, then they just wasted a pick. And our final category is the rest. Okay, everyone else in this draft kind of gets an incomplete because most of these guys are not even going to play for their teams their rookie season. Starting with the Clippers, okay? They could have gotten a steal with Keon Johnson at 20. Yes, I thought he could go in the lottery. The Nuggets got a shooter at 26 who will have space on his team, receive passes from Nikola Jokic, and Bones, his nickname is Bones, which is pretty cool. But, you know, the Nets got Cameron Thomas and Daron Sharp, plus Jaden Springer went to Philly, and all those guys probably won't see the court. Tell me in the comments which picks you loved and which you hated, and click here for why I hated the Russell Westbrook trade.